Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Auto repair with personal care. We know what we're talking about. Matt Gibbs and the guys over at Sunrise Automotive will treat you right. We'll treat you right.
All right, Matt Gibbs is here. The show is called Auto Repair with Personal Care. The name really says it all because maybe not so much on the radio. He's not really fixing cars on the radio, but he'll give you an idea of what might be going on. If you call Matt, I'm going to give you a new phone number, by the way, in a second. If you call Matt and say, my car is doing this, he'll be able to tell you what's wrong with your car. I just can't wait for somebody to actually do this. Hey, Matt, my car is going...
Yeah, bring it to Sunrise Automotive.
All right, the phone number is a new one. It is 863-473-4370. Now, this is just temporary, just so you know.
Wow.
Should I say it again?
Yeah, say it again because I didn't get it.
863-473-4370.
Okay.
Just till we get the lines fixed.
I got it. So I can call
happened.
myself. So no one calls. I'll just call myself. Ask myself a question.
Call yourself. And Robin looked it up. I know it's a weird area code, but she said it is a local area code. Something that is, who knows? The world is different today than it used to be. But anyway, Matt's here if you want to talk to him. And that's the number, 863-473-4370. And what I'm actually using, just so you know, is Skype. So you could actually call Matt through my Skype account, which is my name, Larry Whitler, Whitler, without a dot, without a space, nothing. That's my whole thing. That's my Skype name. It's a clever one, isn't it? You like my name?
Yeah, it is. Larry, that sounds like your name.
Do you know, do you know what I wanted to ask you?
No, I have no idea.
Is there something that you see all the time that is easily preventable if we would just follow instructions? For example, the type of oil we put in the car. It says right on the lid, right on the cap, what kind of oil you're supposed to put in.
Yeah, I think for the most part, people depend on someone else to put the right oil in their car.
I always do, yeah.
Right. So I think that's the majority of people. So, you just service the car. Just do what your car needs to have done to it. And people just
gotta just be diligent about that, whatever the word is, right?
I have those customers that are diligent about taking care of their stuff, and it's really that's what it boils down to, is just taking care of it. Mm-hmm. And then there's those that kind of don't take care of it the way they're supposed to. And I can honestly say that the ones that don't take care of it the way they're supposed to, it costs them a lot more money to operate a vehicle.
Okay, now let me ask you about it, based on what you just said right there. Do you have customers who come to you when something is absolutely needing to be fixed?
Yes.
And it would have been a lot cheaper if they came in a month earlier.
Yeah.
Like,
for instance, brakes.
Brakes, okay.
A lot of the brake pads have a little sensor on there that'll tell you, go get me checked. I mean, it's an annoying little squealing noise.
And it's been that's an invention from my childhood, teenage years. I can remember that thing.
That little squealing sound.
Yeah, what's going on? What's wrong with my car?
And you'd really be surprised how many times we gotta replace rotors and calipers and brake pads and all because they just didn't heed the little squeal.
So that's one thing, right?
Yeah, that's one thing. And keeping good air filters and not only just the air filter for the engine now, but now air filters for the cabin air filters, which is, relatively pretty new in the world of the automobile.
And I have
We have somebody actually dialed this phone number.
So good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on with Matt.
Hello, Matt and Larry. Yes, it's Mr. Hugh here, and you're coming in loud and clear, and the number is working.
Well, good. I'm glad. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See, a couple of things. Once I've noticed on my wife's car that the water drips out of the exhaust every once in a while. What is that meaning?
It drips out every morning when you start it. It's not just every once in a while. It's pretty regularly. It's just that the condensation, like if you drove it last night and shut it off and it got cooler outside, inside the exhaust system it builds condensation. And actually, if you crawled underneath the Hue and looked at the muffler, there's actually a hole drilled. There's a little hole drilled in the muffler just so that the water has a place to escape.
Does moisture accumulate in the what you call it? What do they call that thing? That for dirty air, you know. I can't think of what they call it.
The air filter?
It's
dirty air.
It's next to the muffler down there.
Manifold?
Oh, you mean like for the catalytic converter?
Catalytic converter.
Oh.
Catalytic converter.
Yeah, it'll the whole exhaust system will develop, condensation.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, you guys were talking about oil and changing oil and how important that is, which it is. What does the weight mean with oil?
Well, I mean, it's a multi-grade, multi-weight oil, So in the wintertime, it changes to this way, and in the summertime, it changes that way. And in other words, so like when it's real hot outside, it doesn't need to be. You don't want it to be too thin. You want it to have some viscosity to it. And when it's cold, you don't want it to be too thick. You want it to be able to warm up and get to this viscosity. So that's the multi-grade type oil. And here lately. So
like a 10W30. Well, the 10 would be for hot, and the 30 or for cold, and the other one for hot weather, right?
Right. And then there's oils that the manufacturers are recommending when it's extreme conditions. Like we're in extreme conditions because of our heat, continual heat, and and we just got to pay attention to what we're doing and what we're putting in our car.
Right, exactly. See, when I lived up north, the thought always was in the cold weather, especially in the cold weather, if you ever started a car, you shouldn't turn it off right away, but you should let it run a couple of minutes to warm up and then turn it off. Would that be true down here, or is that whole thing just a goofy idea?
No, I try to do that. Whether it's hot, whether it's cold. Just stop and think about it. When you park the car at, get off work, you go home, you park the car, it's 5 o'clock at night, and the car sits there, and then, you're going back to work 8 o'clock the next morning, and you might not have started that engine at all. Well, all that oil is going to do what? It's going to just sit there and drip and run back down into the oil pan. And so this is just me. So every morning when I start my car, I usually let it idle for, in the summertime or when it's warmer out, it may only idle for 2-3 minutes, but I'll try to let things get lubricated before I put it under a load. And as soon as we put it in drive, we're putting it under a load. And if it's go ahead.
That was especially true up north, and especially in if you parked outside in zero weather, to let that car really warm up nice to get all the fluids moving around before you start driving.
Yeah, I mean, when we were racing, whatever we were racing at the time, if the boys were racing motorcycles, cars, carts, whatever it is, you never started up and go out there on the, you always warmed them up and got to optimum temperatures, and they perform better that way, and it's they last longer that way. It's just, that's what we do for race cars. Why wouldn't we do that for the car that we depend on every day?
Right. Okay, well, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Thank you, Hugh. Appreciate the call. Just so you know, if you want to call Matt, the phone lines are open. I think we can only take one at a time now. So if you want to get in right now, the number is 863-473-4370. You'll be live on the air with Matt. And there you go, 863-473-4370. Temporary new number while we are working on the other phone line. And that should be back tomorrow, I hope.
Oh.
Oh gosh, I was thinking of something while he was talking.
Well, I got an announcement to make.
Oh, what is your announcement?
I got an announcement to make.
What is it?
Do you want to know my announcement?
I hope it's good news.
What do you think it is, Larry? Come on.
Well, let's see. You have either a new place, or you're moving.
Moving?
Or your wife is pregnant, maybe.
Oh, God.
No?
No, my wife's not pregnant.
Okay, so that leaves two.
Yeah,
Are you moving?
Moving? What do you mean by
Is your shop moving to a new location?
Well, we're not moving to a new location.
Okay.
We're going to continue to
Oh, so you have a new shop?
We're opening up a second location.
Oh, okay. Is it going to be as good as the first?
It's going to be as good as the first, Larry. It is. And it's just going to be right down the road, so you don't even have to go all the way to 27.
Where's it going to be?
It's going to be right behind Prestige Auto Sales on 200.
Really?
Yep, there's they bought some property back there, and there's a shop back there, and we're going to put a Sunrise number 2 back there.
So you're going to be part of a bigger dealership?
Part of a bigger dealership.
Wow. So will you also sell cars there?
Well, I'm not going to be selling cars because that's what Prestige does.
That's what Prestige does, yeah.
But Sunrise, we do what, Larry? What do we do? We fix them.
You're going to fix them.
We're going to fix them. We service them. So we've been working with Prestige for quite a while. And so we're going to have the ability to have, it's kind of like going into the Circle K by my house.
Yeah.
And there's a Subway in there kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See how that feels?
So you have a need for more workers?
Well, we're working on that. We've actually hired a couple folks, and we're in the process of getting everything together now. So you'll be able to come by, and matter of fact, next week.
Remind me where that is. Where is Prestige?
Prestige, you know where Palm Chevrolet and Ocala Nissan.
Yeah.
Okay, Palm Chevrolet is on one side of the road, right directly across the street from Palm Chevrolet is Prestige Auto Sales.
Okay.
And they're right next door to the new Kia store.
Okay.
And in between the Kia store and in between Prestige Auto Sales is a road, and we're right directly behind Prestige.
Oh, really?
So, yes.
But I'll still come out to you guys. I like you guys.
Well, we like you too, Larry.
It'll still be you, but it'll be different you.
Well, no, it's going to be I'll probably be hanging out more at the new facility.
Oh,
for
really?
A little while. Yeah. We got some stuff to do there and get things up and running. And yes, sir.
For those of you who've never been to Sunrise Automotive, Matt has a cool old Bible there. That's just a cool looking Bible. I just love that. I'm afraid to touch it because it looks like it's fragile.
Yeah, I think it might. It's 1950s.
So that's not that old. Maybe it seems old to you.
Huh?
It's not that old.
It's not that old.
It's as old as me.
That's old, Larry.
All right, I have a question for you. I'm going to ask your opinion.
All right.
Because
Okay.
you gave me your opinion about what car I should drive.
Okay.
And you were right.
Okay.
I can't deny that you were right.
Okay.
That little Sebring was not for me. The SUV is better.
Okay.
By the way, before I say what I have to say, if you want to call, the number is changed. Not changed, it's just a temporary change. But today, if you want to call into the show, 863-473-4370. 863. I know, I got to do it more than once. So 863, that's the area code. And Robin looked it up. She said it includes this county here, Marion County, so it's local. 863-473-4370. So here's what I'm thinking, asking you about.
All right.
Would it be worth whatever is involved to get one of those, what do you call them? One of those RVs that you drive.
A motorhome.
Not a big one like the size of a Greyhound bus, but like one of those smaller ones. Would that be worth? That sounds like fun. I think I'd like to do that.
You do?
Yeah, do you think it'd be a waste of money? Are they a pain to fix and to drive and to insure and to all that other stuff?
Well, I mean, the insuring and the driving, that's your deal. It's basically, it's like working on, for me, it's like working on anything else.
But you've had one, right?
I've had a couple.
And? Do you still have one?
Mm-mm.
So you got rid of it?
Yeah.
That tells me something.
Well, I got rid of it because someone offered me some stupid amount of money for it, and I said, okay. See, my wife's away right now, and I had to call her the other day and told her I sold her a car, so things like that, they come, they go. We do have a camper, though. So we have a camper, and that's where she's at right now. She's up visiting our oldest son, and she's staying in our camper.
What is a camp? What do you mean by a camper?
A camper, I hook it to my truck and I pull it.
Oh, okay. It's a tent.
No, it's a camper. Not no tent. It's got slide out.
Does it have cloth on it?
Huh?
What keeps
No, it's
the weather off of you?
metal.
Oh,
like
really?
a motor. It's like a motor home that you just pull.
Oh, you pull it
it's
along.
the camper.
How big is it?
It's 26 feet long.
Yeah, but you already told me my vehicle's not strong enough to pull things.
No, your vehicle's not strong enough to pull any. No, I was going to say something, but I'm not. But no, your vehicle, no. We know pulley camper.
Oh, my vehicle wouldn't pull a camper.
No.
That's what I mean. So I needed something I could drive.
Right. But you asked me what I had. I told you I have a camper.
Correct.
Okay. So, but if you want a motor home, you can. Yeah, they
It's
have
a lot of money, right? What's he doing?
Don't turn around and play. Yo, I look out and see a beautiful sky outside in the mall. Then you turn around and there's Joe.
Hey, if you want to call in, Joe, it's 863-473-4370. That's our new temporary number, 863-473-4370.
So why don't you instead of here? I got an idea. You wanted my opinion.
Did you go with Dan down to that flight thing?
No.
Okay, because he was in one. They spent the week in one. Okay, so I'm sorry.
And said, no. Here's my opinion.
Okay.
Rent one for a weekend.
That's an idea.
Just rent one.
That's a good. Why didn't I think of that?
Because you asked me to help you with this.
Do you rent?
No, I don't rent.
You know.
No, I bought me one. I bought me a camper, but
renting would be a way to try it out.
Absolutely. Why get yourself in debt?
Where would I go? I gotta go someplace cool.
Go to Beverly Beach.
Where's that?
Just north of Daytona, right there by St. Augustine. You can park it out on the beach.
Oh, that sounds nice.
It is. It's very nice. Or you can go to. You want to go close? Go to what is it? Salt Springs.
Who rents them?
The RV places.
They do?
Yeah, a lot of them will have one for rent.
Huh.
Camper for rent. I'm sure with your ability on that internet,
Oh,
you can
that
find
ability, okay.
you can find you a place to
That's
rent.
about it, yeah.
So try that. Go for a weekend. See what you think.
I would need Sunday off, Joe, in order to do this. Oh my gosh! So, are you ready for the summer? Are you guys going anywhere? Any plans?
Yeah, we got some stuff going on.
Like?
Yeah, like.
You share it with us or no?
Well, I mean, we're going on a cruise. I don't think we're gonna have to see Joey very much this year. This is a very busy year for him.
What's the prospects of the Olympics for him?
We don't know. I don't know. We're right now we're shooting for the Pan American Games. I got a thing this morning. I think he's in Indiana this morning doing a race. Someone sent me a picture of him on TV.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he was on. You need
glasses.
He was on Channel 13.
Well, I can see you holding that thing away from yourself.
NBC.
That is cool.
Yeah, so he was. They're somewhere in.
Matt, you're not hearing me. You need glasses.
No, I know I do.
Do you have glasses?
Yeah, I have glasses.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Larry.
Well, I was doing that until my arms weren't long enough. Then I had to actually pay money.
So we are doing a cruise sometime in July. But we got a lot going on, brother. We got a lot going on.
That is cool. I'm glad you. So where are you going on a cruise to?
I know we're going to like Belize. We're going Honduras. We're going. There's 4 stops. I can't.
What do you do? What do you do at the stops? Do you go swimming?
No. Well.
Miniature golf? What?
No.
What are the activities like?
Well, I mean,
Shuffleboard.
I'm not as old as that Bible, which is as old as you, Larry. I don't do shuffleboard yet.
Oh man, you just dissed every shuffleboard player.
Okay, and most of the shuffleboard players that I know.
How about bocce? Do you do bocce?
Do bocce.
Oh, you do bocce.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of okay.
I thought that was an old man's game.
You just hang out.
I said that for Joe.
There's poor Joe. It's not gonna be fun with Joe today, is it?
That was going to be midday with Joe. I have a great topic for Joe.
No, you do?
Yeah, but you're too young for it.
Oh, I am?
It's the summers, what you did in the summer in the 1960s.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be your...
Yeah, I was sucking my thumb.
I'm glad you said thumb. Oh, my God. Hey, if you want to call in, let's see. We got about 6 minutes left. It's a different number. It's temporary. It's 863-473-4370. I apologize for the problems, but we had a storm on Sunday, and it did some kind of problem. It caused us to go off the air, and Dan fixed that problem, and then the phones were a mess.
My shop is still. I've got some issues.
You did? What happened?
Well, I had no internet. I had no phones. 3 of my battery backup power supplies,
right,
they're fried. They're gone. Someone let the smoke out of them.
Wow.
So, yes.
Yeah, what, lightning hit it maybe?
I guess it definitely looks like we got a power surge. So those, which is awesome, is the battery backups did what their battery backups are supposed to do.
Oh, okay.
You know
So the more expensive stuff was protected.
Yes.
But they were fried.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like all my whole phone system and internet, computer stuff, they're all protected.
And we had a protective device here, and we were hit by lightning. Well, when we were at the Cascades, and it totally destroyed our computers, all of them. In fact, at a different station I worked at, listen to this. I unplugged my computer, and I unplugged the phone line to my computer, and I was the only one who did. And when we came back in on Monday, everybody's computer was gone but mine because I had unplugged it all. That's the only surefire way to protect it from surges. Just to
Unplug it, right. Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So let me ask you this. When it was storming on Sunday, I ran to my car and got in the car, and of course praying to God the whole time that lightning doesn't strike me, and God saw fit to not let it strike me. But could it have hit the car? Yeah. And then what would have happened?
I don't know. I never been in the car when it got hit by lightning, but I've been in the car after it got hit by lightning.
That's right. You had a car.
We've had several cars.
That's right. You said that you were driving it and it was going to be on fire.
No. I've never driven in a car that got hit by lightning. No.
After the fact?
We've worked on several cars that have been hit by lightning, and let me tell you something. That's an expensive lightning bolt.
Because everything is gone?
It fried
Pretty much?
every module in this entire. They ended up totaling the car.
Does insurance cover that?
Yeah, well, some do. It depends on what type of insurance you have.
Yeah.
If you only have that minimum stuff, then no. Then you're walking.
Yeah.
You know?
You're calling Uber.
You're calling Uber. We're going to get another car today.
Oh, speaking of which, what kind of cars do you have available?
We don't have very many cars available right now. They're just about all gone.
Really?
We've about sold out. Waiting on summertime to come and kind of restocking a little bit.
And how soon before you move into the new place?
We're going to try to be there Monday. I mean, we're going to try.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
really soon.
Yeah. I'm meeting a guy this afternoon to do some signage for us, and we got the technician that's going to be over there, and we got everything getting in place right now. So they're actually over there right now putting in another garage door in the back, and we're going to kind of beautify it up a little bit.
You get Prestige to be a sponsor. We used to have them as a sponsor.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be.
Do you remember Captain Prestige?
No.
You don't?
No, Captain Prestige.
Yeah, that was their thing.
No, I don't.
Unless it was another dealership called Prestige.
No, if it was in this town, that's it.
Yeah, he had a character. The character was somebody like Joe. And had that
Joe's a character.
Had the deep voice and would always come on the air, "It's Captain Prestige," and he would talk about all the cars he had available. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Da-da-da. We had some music that went with it. Oh, my gosh.
Was that back in the shopping day networking days?
No, it was earlier than that.
Oh, wow.
It was way long ago.
That was back when I was sucking my thumb, right?
yeah, I think it was in the 60s. Oh, my gosh. All right, so you have a great week. It feels like the beginning of summer. Does it feel like that?
Yes.
Do you have children in school still? No.
Well, in college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But they don't have the same.
But
schedule.
we might be having a house full here shortly.
Because?
Well, my oldest daughter, she called me last night, and they got a contract on their house, and they're going to need a place to stay in the transition.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah, that is part of the problem selling a house.
And then my middle daughter, well, she's moving. She's moving from one apartment. They have a house here in Ocala, but they also have an apartment in Gainesville. Well, they're moving apartments in Gainesville, and they need a place. So we might have like afford a grandbaby.
But you're loving it, right?
Yeah, that's one of those things you love for a few days, and then I've decided I might just live in the camper
A few days. Hey, there's a great reason to get a camper right there. A spare room.
Yeah, it's an expensive spare room.
For me. I can go out and sleep outside.
Yeah,
I'd like to sleep outside.
Rent one. Rent it. Try it, Larry.
All right, man. I always loved you and your show. Fun. And hey, everybody else, the reason I go to Matt is for one reason, not because he's fun, although he is, because he knows what he's doing. He's affordable, he's fair, and he's quick. How about the reasons?
Yeah, what about this song we planned?
I don't know. It just happened. Thank you, Matt.
See you later.
This is WOCA Ocala.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Hoping to negotiate access to the unredacted